Like Sunday morning. Oh, let's go. Feeling like Sunday morning. Feeling like Sunday morning.
What an amazing way to open up our show. We've established that food doesn't just start from where you begin to put it into your mouth. It's a very interesting journey that brings it to your table. It involves sophisticated storytelling. It involves a culinary experience, and it's a fine dining experience on Weekend Deal. Patience.
Oh, Thelma, you look amazing.
You too, darling.
Oh, yeah. So, step with me into a world where every bite tells a story, where flavors dance on your palate, where dining becomes an art form.
A fine dining experience entails your sophisticated palate. Let it travel. Be creative with it. Open it up to taste. It involves what you drink, what you eat, and some nice music. And also there's the entree, the main course, and there's the dessert. All this and more will be encompassed in our background feature this time. Emeka, you did the work. Please share what your research thrust up.
For humans to exist, the food eating is a basic necessity of life. When food is ready, the interest and value on it makes it a delicacy to indulge. Across the country, there is a food item that resonates with every race. The Nigerian people are cultural. Even with Western influence, the food known to them from childhood is desired from time to time. Before the embrace of culture of cutlery, hands and fingers had a unique approach to amala, tuwo, apu, and eba, with our variety of soups for the swallow. The cutlery promises you food in your stomach and satisfaction, but some believe the hand and fingers will leave you delighted while revealing your native origin. The ewedu, abacha, masa, banga, and bitter leaf soup are some of those foods that make the everyday man desire the satisfaction of his taste buds.
I would say that Nigerians are truly in love with Nigerian dishes. Like there's no wedding you go to and enjoy food without a Nigerian meal. Having all of these international dishes in a menu, it's just spice the menu and not take the glory of our Nigerian meals, I'd say, because a wedding without party jollof is incomplete.
The food people look out for from the past haven't gone away. Rather, they have continued to evolve in preparation, taste, and serving location ambience. The recipes are changing with new ideas being fused in and new ways of garnishing for cross-cultural appeal. No matter the cost of living or circumstances, some everyday foods are now managed differently. With the cosmopolitan nature of people today, the nature of jobs people engage in, the evolving lifestyle and income now influence how food can be prepared, served, and eaten these days, in addition to foreign culinary influences.
People love to be served like kings and queens. When you go to an occasion and you're set to serve, the guest expects to be served like home, trying to give you home away from home setting, even as a guest in a wedding or any function.
From the culture of table mortar and calabash to ceramic plates and cups, eaten with hands and fingers, to precious metal cutlery sets. From palm wine and kunu to exotic wines and juice varieties. From roasted yam and palm oil, it's now French fries with egg sauce and ketchup. The food diet of Nigerian man is changing. Food has gone beyond firewood cooking and roasting.
The modern method have reduced stress. Like in the olden days, you use firewood to make whatever meal you are making. And some have stayed same. Like the jollof rice, the best jollof rice are made out of firewood because it gives its flavor.
Grilling, boiling, steaming, and pressure cooking methods, which present delicacies in assorted forms and tastes, have been embraced. There is a shift from communal eating culture to an individual 3-course meal service of both local and foreign delicacies. From sitting on the floor with lantern on when it's night, to the style of candlelight table set. Sometimes with the reservations before arrival to restaurants. The wedding parties, family bonding, engagement proposals, and a way to relieve stress are occasioned. Some people take time to feel and experience a good time. It's now the culture of many to sit and eat on food tables in exquisite rooms with food menus cutting across global appeal and acceptance.
So it's beyond expectations.
Today on Weekend Deal, the topic is fine dining.
Thank you so much, Emeka. That actually made my mouth even water. Now, fine dining experience is simply creating an exceptional and memorable dining experience. Yes. Like you can see what is happening right now. I can't wait. I know some of you say I'm a foodie, I like food. You can't blame me. But anyways, while you are having that fine dining experience, can you make healthier choices? NTA Ibadan would answer that for us.
Proper nutrition is essential for healthy growth, and it has been observed that some people like home-cooked food, while others, particularly young couples, often visit eateries to get their meal. When young couples start having children and become more matured, the narrative changes. They now have a preference for meals prepared at home.
When you eat with your family, especially as a parent, you eat with your children, you bring love, you build the love among them. You'll be able to understand that this is one of your child's preference, the other preference. It brings great bond between the couple. When, as a woman, when your husband is coming home, he will be longing for your food. Oh, I have good food waiting for me at home. I'm running home. I want to go and eat good food. But if you are the kind of person that doesn't care, you don't cook at home, the man will just sit somewhere else and eat, enjoy his life.
People are of the opinion that meals purchased at eateries are tastier than meals prepared and consumed at home.
You know, ordinarily, it's always sweet, always tasty. You are used to the same style at home, I don't know, but it's always good to have a change of taste.
I come to this eatery to come and eat a particular food. which is chuo. I don't come and eat amala or eba because that is what I eat at home.
The buka taste is different from house taste. So that's it.
I'm around in the country, I want to eat amala. I go everywhere. Choice places. This is good. Good. I love it. I like food. Good food. Yeah. She cooks a lot. She cooks good food, but like she said, you can't compare Buka restaurants food with what you eat at home.
Making healthy food choices is very important, whether you are preparing your food at home or you are buying from eateries. More so, the environment where the food is prepared is also an issue.
If you are preparing food for somebody that is recuperating, that is maybe a sick person that is coming out of sickness, you want to consider protein, high protein, you want to consider fat and oil and all that. Those are the building blocks. But for everyday person, you are looking at how balanced the meal is in terms of protein, in terms of carbohydrates, in terms of fat and oil, in terms of water, in terms of minerals, in terms of vitamins, and in terms of hygiene.
No matter how sumptuous, the aroma or whatever, if the environment is bad where it's prepared, I would say no.
There are some questions begging for answers. Should there be a limit as to the takeouts we eat as compared to what we cook and eat?
If you go to the market and you want to cook yourself and you see rotten tomatoes, you are not likely going to buy it. You understand? But somebody that wants to sell can buy anything and put it and sell it. Do you understand? So because of that, I will say that it is important we cook, we eat at home than eat out.
Are there long-term impacts on our health as a result of the takeouts that we consume?
I've seen people having overnutrition, mostly resulting in obesity. NCDs is becoming so rampant. We have a lot of persons who are challenged with diabetes, coronary heart disease, or NCDs of different kind.
One thing is sure, we all need to eat good food to stay healthy.
Imperative that you take your health very seriously. Yes, it is good to eat, but what are you eating? Eat healthy food that will nurture and nourish your body. And also, you do know that our ancestors, grandfathers, grandmothers, great, they've handed over very interesting recipes and delicacies that we have also nurtured and nourished, adding our own innovation here and there, creativity, sometimes replacing ingredients, all to ensure that that palate, we continue to make it smack and sizzle. So now, our next feature coming from Enugu will focus on those amazing delicacies and recipes that have been handed over from generation to generation. And our chefs have been busy. They're all working for the best result so that by the time our special guests come to join us for this fine dining experience, we can truly tell that it will be one of a kind. But for now, Enugu will take it from here. Generational recipes. Let's know more.
Ofe Onugbu, bitter leaf soup, is a traditional delicacy that is very popular with the Igbos of the southeast, handed down by their forefathers and considered as the flagship soup.
Onugbu soup is a very unique Igbo traditional soup, known for its distinctive taste with that bitter taste from Onugbu mixed with other local ingredients you can find in our local markets.
A time in the kitchen for the Onugbu soup is a bonding time for the family, as each member of the family is saddled with one responsibility or the other.
Mom,
Trying to check the meat. It's soft enough. Now I can add my blended crayfish and pepper. Time to add our oil. Add the head.
Now I've mixed the ogiri. Now it's time to add it to our onubu soup.
Our onubu is ready. It can be served with either fufu, gari, or any food choice of yours.
It's affordable because it depends on what you have. Once you have the cocoyam, the bitter leaf, that's the onubu itself, your crayfish, even if you don't have money for big meats, you can use kanda, you can use fish, just to prepare it. It's a leaf that you see all over the place. People use it to do hedges around their houses. People even plant it in their farms just to add to what they can harvest at the end of the farming season. So onubu soup is very affordable in that the rich can prepare, the average can prepare. I don't want to use pork. When you go for occasions, whether it's in the southeastern part of the country or elsewhere, you can see people from other tribes, struggling to eat onubu soup. If you are doing any occasion or any activity and you didn't present or you didn't prepare onubu soup, you have not started though.
When the factors are correctly blended, the onubu soup is always a classic.
You see that I told you about this onubu soup? Yes. The two vital ingredients for this onubu soup, the ogiri and the onubu, they come from a place in Nnewi.
Now each time I'm smiling like this, I mean, it is the great chef that said that. No. It's a proverb by the Irish people. It says, I said it yesterday. The laughter is brightest where there is food. So if my laughter is this bright, you know exactly what is going on. But we're also touching down Lagos, where our guest, her name is Didi Ekainem. She's a chef. Born out of passion, a food enthusiast, a content creator, and a Nollywood actress.
As a Nigerian, having like Nigerian delicacies like jollof rice, coconut rice, and some Nigerian local soups like afang soup, edikanikon soup, for me, that is a fine dining experience.
Sounds like normal. The meals, maybe what you're listing can be quite amazing to taste. But we've come to find that food is storytelling. So beyond what we're eating, it's an experience on its own. From the way the food is prepared, the company you are keeping, how you are eating, how you are feeling, how you are sharing. For example, you are sharing the amazing food experiences for many Nigerians. Tell us, why is it important to tell the world about our amazing cuisines?
Nigerian foods are very famous all over the world. So people love Nigerian foods. So it is very important to share it with the world.
It is believed that Akwa Ibom Calabar women all can cook. As a matter of fact, they say any man that goes close to an Akwa Ibom Calabar woman can never go back because of her cooking. Is it true, or is it something that people just say? Is it a myth? Can all Calabar Akwa Ibom women cook?
I always disagree with that narrative. Yeah, to a large extent, most Calabar women or Akwa Ibom women are very domesticated, and we all can cook very well. But I cannot say that every Akwa Ibom woman knows how to cook. For me, I think it's a good narrative, but at the same time, it can be misleading, because some men might, choose Calabar women may choose to pick Calabar women as their wives, with the expectations that they know how to cook very well. And if those expectations are not met, they're going to be disappointed. So, yeah, it's a good narrative, but at the same time, it can be very misleading.
How will you describe the role food, dining plays in a relationship? Should couple always eat together? Should they cook together? What role? How important is dining together?
From my experience, I would say that food plays an important role in a relationship. It creates bonding between the couples. And I have come to realize from my own experience that most men that I have dated, in the past and in the present, they always fall in love with my food first before any other thing. So for me, food plays a very important role in a relationship. So it is important for women to know how to cook. Very important.
Man, it is important for us to know how to cook, but everyone should know how to cook. And what do you think? Men, women, everyone. We've heard of cases where some women will hold some men hostage because they're the only ones who can cook in the house. Or if the mother is busy, or if she's ailing, sometimes the whole house will be on fast. They'll be fasting, because they've not been trained how to cook. We have seen boys, gentlemen, who are running big restaurants because their mothers and their aunties did not slack. Anyway, Didi, it was great to read about you. You have a very interesting profile.
Yeah.
It's been great to see you firsthand and chat with you. Abuja to Lagos. All that remains is the day we'll meet you face to face, and then we also have a fine dining experience together. Thank you so much for making the early morning time on Weekend Deal today.
Thank you, Didi.
And, enriching our knowledge of food and content creation. Okay, so bye.
We love you. Thank you.
To know more about you, hence we'll take your profile now. But have a great rest of the day, and please continue to watch us, okay? It's a fine dining experience. Bye for now.
Well done.
Okay, thank you very much, Didi. We're back firmly in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and you've seen our chefs. They've been chefing all morning. It's time to welcome our amazing guests who've been married for over 4 decades. They are the Novianads. They are proprietors La Vogue British International School. Yes, we welcome them.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, Daddy. Mommy is a family member. I'm meeting you for the first time. Thank you so much,
thank
Daddy.
you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mommy is my big auntie. Love you. Thank you so much.
Sir, you're most welcome.
Yes.
Welcome, Mommy.
Mama, you look beautiful.
Amazing. And Daddy, you look quite a dapper too.
Yeah. It's looking all GQ.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
Okay. We'll get to know them more. We know them, but want you to know who they are too.
Yeah.
And then why we have invited them to our show today. For now, our second break beckons will take it. Please stay with us on Weekend Day. Oh, their profile.
Yeah, your profile,
Okay,
yes.
let's get to meet our guests, their novices.
You're welcome. You're welcome to Weekend Deal. It is time for a break. Don't go away.
Is here because we realize importance of great music and the undertone it adds to a fine dining experience. The Onofinas are with us. And in fact, this celebration of life, of union, of love is because of them. 4 decades is no joke. Okay, so I will start with I'll start with you, sir. 40 years to some people, it's like it's ancient. Now we have couples, we hear after 7 months, somebody starts telling a story. The woman will say, I'm tired. After 1 year, the man will start inviting family and friends to come and talk about things in the home. What would you say is a cliche question? Is the first most obvious thing we ask. You know, before I say what has kept you together, what has the journey, the 4-decade journey, what has it been like? Sir, please share with us.
Yeah, thank you very much. My pleasure to be here.
Yes, sir, you're welcome.
40 years journey in marriage has been an interesting one indeed. It started on a slow note, and then before we knew it, tolerating each other, learning from each other, enduring together, planning together. First year came by, second year came by, third year came by. An interesting thing about it all is that we didn't have a child until 12 years. We were just struggling. And we never gave up. And, the first child, miracle child, came after 12 years. And we have been on since then.
Hold on.
Like joke and joke. We are into the 40th year in marriage.
This is amazing. I mean, when I say this is totally inspiring, we know mommy and she's always been here. That's why we are talking more to you because we've known her. But I wanted to ask the question, what was it about mommy as a young girl? What was that thing? Oh, can you remember the way you first met her? Where did you meet her? What did she say? I mean, I'm sure she was with her friends or something. Why did you pick mommy?
I still remember, like...
tell us.
Like, it just happened, I visited her school with a colleague of mine.
To see his girlfriend.
To see his girlfriend.
Who was my roommate.
It's happening in life! Wow, that's so beautiful!
And, I escorted him to see the girlfriend. And I just sighted her in the room. And something struck me. And this lady is, wow, this lady is beautiful. I don't mind having this woman for life. Wow. And that was how it started. I summoned up courage.
I was very innocent in those days. So you grabbed me like this.
I summoned up courage.
Very innocent, see?
But that's a plus, isn't it?
That's a beautiful plus.
That's a plus.
I said, hello, how are you? And that was how we started.
Wow.
She did not accept immediately.
Because for 5 years.
Yeah.
So what was it about him that you liked?
Well, in those days, I love his stature, his dress sense. Those were the things that captivated me, and also being in a higher institution. I knew that by God's grace, the future will be better. That was how we started.
But it wasn't the first day he met you, he proposed.
No.
So you had, before he came, he was just happenstance in your room.
Yeah.
There were other people who had come now. You were not expecting to meet
I
him.
was not really...
Was that someone you were taking seriously before you met them?
No, I was not really interested in relationship because I came from a very poor background and I just needed to hide myself since I didn't have much, no money to buy beautiful clothes, to party with my friends. So I just had a low key lifestyle until he came. I just have to say this.
Yes.
I traveled to visit him in his station.
Okay.
And
Where were you based? Where was he based?
He was based in Delta State while I was still in school. He had started working then. I had not finished. So I had made noise to my friends that I'm going to visit my boyfriend. So they told me, when you go, make sure you collect plenty money, bring beautiful things for us. After I went, now when I was coming back, he gave me the exact amount for my transport.
Oh my God.
And because
Oh my God.
and because my mother had warned me, don't collect money from anybody. So I couldn't ask, I couldn't react. I was just all through the journey. I wept till I got to school. That was a red flag.
40 years down the line. Red flag, 40 years down the line.
Patience. We'll come back to continue about the red flag. But for now, we are going to Uyo because we know that one amazing thing that keeps couples together are good meals.
Yeah.
We've talked about health, ensuring that the food is well prepared. We've talked about recipes handed over from generation to generation. We've talked about traditional delicacies. Someone tells me that Dr. Julie makes very nice meals.
Yes.
But that will tell them when we come back.
Yes.
We are going to Uyo, where the focus is on eating home-cooked meals or eating takeout. NTA Uyo, tell us more.
Food is essential for all living things. We all need food to grow and stay healthy. Whether the food is home cooked or take out, it gives us energy to carry out everyday activities properly.
When we're talking about food, we're talking about things that's what you're taking inside, you're eating inside your system. So what you're taking inside your system has to be clean.
Akwa Ibom is super blessed. We have afang soup, we have afiai ferryboat, white soup. Basically, we use goat's meat, native goats. We have ekpang koko. Oh, that one is heaven on earth. So there's no way you come to Akwa Ibom or visit Akwa Ibom and have all these meals and you will not function well. You will be healthy, you will be strong, you will live long.
Takeout food grew out of travel, work, and leisure outside the home.
I prefer eating outside because of I don't have to spend time cooking. I can just come and get whatever I feel like getting and then I go back to the house.
With so much sophistication and modernity, takeout meal is taking on a new role, giving us a way to connect with the outside world. As easy as this may be, which is healthier, home-cooked or takeout meals, as it can be packed and delivered to our doorstep.
We have here 2.5 liters of okra soup. And over here we have 2.5 liters of stew. So take out food is very important and hygienic, healthy. Both meals are well clean-filmed for delivery.
We've sent a pack of food, packs of meals like this to London. We've sent it to different parts of the world. We sent it everywhere within Nigeria. All you need is a cooler bag. We just freeze. They are freshly made. So we sent to Abuja. We sent all over Akwa Ibom State. And the meal is safe and okay. So there's no way you eat these meals that you will not be healthy. It is not junk.
Takeout meals made with fresh ingredients and authentic recipes are certainly of high quality. What then can be said about the growing cases of childhood obesity?
We have various factors that contribute to childhood obesity, but fast food is just one of it. So when you have a child visits the fast food frequently and takes in all of those junk foods, it will lead to weight increase and especially fat deposition in the stomach area. So when you have excessive weight gain, the child's body mass index will increase and the child will become obese. And when once a child is obese, the child is already at risk of developing so many diseases. Example, the cardiovascular disease.
Takeout meal is often quick and tasty. While it is okay to indulge a craving every now and then, there are healthier options out there.
Okay, here we go. Welcome back. Welcome back. So our conversation here was heating up. Meanwhile, we've been served our starters. And our starters, what do we have here?
Kebabs.
Kebabs. Yeah, that's our starters. Okay, well, we are going to be on it. Please enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. Please enjoy. Daddy, Mommy just told us our first experience. Why was it like that? What do you have to say about that particular time? Even as we enjoy.
Did you even know?
Did you even know that you did the right thing? As far as we're concerned, yeah.
To be very honest, I never knew I already did havoc. I thought that was just okay for her. But deep down in her, she was disappointed, and I would have lost her completely.
Did she tell you later?
I didn't, because I was scared. You know, in those days, we didn't have this courage this generation have now. I couldn't even face him to tell you. It was later after marriage I was able to, when I now observe the red flag repeating itself in the marriage, that I now open okay, even during courtship, this was what you did. And I thought I was going to be able to change him, but we have to live with it and understand ourselves.
And love yourselves even as it is.
But you went out on several dates, did you? When we were courting for 5 years. What was it like?
Like I said, I was very innocent in those days. So I didn't really know what a man should do for a woman. I was not asking, he was not giving me. I just knew that I love him, he loved me. But when it comes to monetary part of it, he was not there.
That was not a focus. That was not a focus for Daddy. Okay. You need to go to Benin City now, in Edo State.
Oh.
I know someone that comes from that part of town. And she wasn't always a good cook. She learned. Today she cooks well. When we come back, we'll be asking Daddy and Mommy, our guests here, about the meals. Who is doing the cooking? How is Daddy enjoying it? That's an integral part of building a home.
Critical.
Edo State. What are you eating today? Let's see what NTA put together.
Traditionally, Nwamukbogi and Ema is a classic delicacy that is popular among the Edo people. This celebrated delicacy is considered peculiarly distinctive with the Edo culture, with a historical precursory where it is served during important occasions.
I'm a chef and we're about to make our egusi soup, which is umbogi.
I can't wait! I can't really wait. So we have all our ingredients ready?
Oh yeah.
Can you just take us through what we have here?
Okay. Here we have our egusi. This is melon. And we have our oil.
Palm oil. Okay.
And our crayfish.
Okay. Okay.
We have our red bell pepper. With fresh pepper as well.
Okay.
We have our onions.
Okay.
We have our meats, beef.
That's protein. Okay.
Yeah, and also we have our ugu, our season, that's in locust beans, and this is our yam.
Let's get to business.
All right, let's go.
You're welcome. After you.
Okay, so our fine dining experience and our elegant couple are here. Okay, so we do know that maybe all the time you don't have the time to go out, and so you recreate your dining experience, the fine dining experience at home. What is Daddy's favorite food? How do you recreate it? Right now, you're just two of you. You are now like young lovers again. You are back to your beginning. It's just the nest is empty, so it's all about the beautiful Julie and the good-looking John.
Yeah.
So how do you do this at home?
Well, his best food is he loves beans and plantain.
Oh, nice.
But most weekends I prepare the delicacy, banga soup and starch. He's from Delta States, and that's their main food.
Oh, you like
so and when I'm doing cooking it, we both do it together. He's always with me in the kitchen to support me.
Where are you from?
Please let's give it up for Daddy. That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Because the company is sometimes even more important than the man coming to cook.
Yeah,
staying around, showing care and all of
Show
that.
me you love me.
But let's talk a bit about, we've talked about last week we focused on in-laws and love or money. Love or money was Saturday, in-laws was Sunday. Let's talk about the extended family. Was your family a small one or a large family? How was it, that innocent young lady you were? How was it? I know our mothers will advise us when you get there, do this or kneel down. Coming into a family and adding it to yours, they had to accept you as their daughter. Yours had to accept you as their son. What was it like? Were there any surprises? Pleasant and not so pleasant?
It was not so pleasant with me. I mean, the interference of the in-laws. More so because we are not from the same state. I'm Edo State, he's Delta. Maybe they wanted him to marry another person who understood their language, and he didn't do that. So it was not easy from day one until a time came when he had to stand his ground and told them the bitter truth that this is my wife, let her alone.
That is a man.
Yes. And not only that, when we were going through our barrenness period, they actually wanted to marry another person for him, but he insisted. Several times the mom will call, is she pregnant? Even when I was not pregnant, he will say yes, she's pregnant. Several times. But I just want to thank God for him. He stood his ground as a man. So we don't have, initially we had in-laws interference, but because of his stand.
It takes a man to stop it,
yes,
honestly.
because of his stand, we were able to push them away. And not only that, he's a man that is so accommodative. He allowed me to bring in all my siblings. At the time, we were more than 12 in the house.
You don't say.
Yes, all my siblings
God bless
were with me.
You see?
And
well done.
That's the thing about some. See, you don't say somebody is stingy. That's a lot of generosity
Well done,
there.
sir.
That's a lot of
Yes.
generosity.
Well done, sir.
Look at them. Give me a high five.
But God has been there for us.
This is a fine time to know exactly what our chef is putting together.
Okay.
You know, you put together something very nourishing. It's ideal our guests know you have served the Julie a plate, but tell us, for Nigerians to know all over the world, for our guests to even know that, you know what you're serving.
We have a jollof rice here, chicken curry, steamed vegetable, and fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and fish. Is it fish sauce?
Yeah, fish sauce.
You know, we have times where some people prepare something overnight and serve in the morning.
Yeah.
Is that the case here, or this is prepared this morning?
This morning.
This morning,
Yes.
fresh.
I woke up early as 5 o'clock.
I can't perceive the aroma of freshness.
It's ideal. It's ideal that it be fresh. Okay, nice one. Nice one.
Okay, so let me take this message. Somebody says, Thelma, Sister Thelma and Patience, yesterday and today, you have aroused our appetite for food. My family should expect good shipping from your today's realization at our home. Thank you. Abdul. So Abdul is expecting us to ship it. Abdul. We eat it to your house. We eat it.
It's a good thing that last time I heard, Patience was running a logistics company. So I know alongside Patience and series producer Junetta, they'll fine-tune how they'll put it in the traditional pots and send it to you. So all you need to do, Abdul, is send your address to Patience and we'll see how that will be made possible. But in the meantime, good thing we made for our guests, the crew, as well as all our friends nationwide.
Okay.
That's why we are the Nigerian Talent Authority. While that food is en route to Abdul and others, it needs to be well preserved, well packaged. That's why we'll dovetail into preservation methods. How is it done? So that the food, after being preserved, it is edible and the nutrients are still as rich as when the journey started. NTA Yola, you did the work. It's time to share.
The art of preserving cooked food is just as crucial as cooking the meal itself. It's an essential skill for homemakers and chefs, and it is vital because it saves time and money. In most instances, it reduces waste.
If you have a refrigerator or deep freezer, you can preserve it as long as you want. But if you don't have anything that you can use to preserve it, like cooler, you can't preserve it for long.
Because once there's food present in your daily runnings, you have to find a way of preserving it. traditionally or the normal conventional way of preserving food. So yes, we should preserve food when we don't exhaust them. It's very economical and very important to preserve food when we don't exhaust them.
For centuries, traditional food preparation has been a vital part of food security. This can be done through pickling or drying. Calabashes are also used to preserve food for later consumption. In recent times, refrigeration has become the most common method of preserving food because it is easy, convenient, and effective. Do you know that food should be left to cool to room temperature before refrigeration? And the constant refrigeration temperature is 4 degrees or below?
For me, traditional method of preserving food is the best. And more especially for food that are not preserved, not cooked. You can use salt, you can use pepper to preserve such food. And salt and pepper, they are not harmful. You can use potash to preserve food. They are not harmful. The only thing, you wash it and cook the food. But for the chemicals, no matter what, even if you wash it and cook it, you will still be perceiving the smell of the chemical. The smell is there and the hazardous effect of the chemical is there. That is why you find out that those using modern method of cooking, they will say you have to preserve it like for 6 months above before you use it.
The modern method of preservation is the ideal method of preservation generally. Most times, they say modern methods don't usually when you microwave them, the nutrients, they get less with every microwave that you do. But yes, we don't encourage that. We don't encourage too much microwaving. Highest speed microwave is just one.
Cooked food is a language for everyone. But between home-cooked food and takeout, which do you prefer?
Home-cooked food is more tastier because home-cooked food, you can customize it to your own taste. And then you can control the hygiene and all that. Is more healthier than the food that is bought outside. If you love your homemaker so much, even if the food is not sweet, you cannot complain. But in the case of restaurant, it's your money. You will complain. So that is the difference.
In a world where food waste and sustainability are increasingly a pressing concern, preserving food is a simple yet powerful way to make positive impact in our society, where delicious meals will be eaten without sacrificing its flavor and freshness.
Honestly, this is tasty. This is nice. I want to say adorable because it just sits on your palate and it's beautiful. Sam, what exactly have you served?
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have jollof rice here.
Okay.
We have a steamed vegetable, chicken curry, and the fish, croaker fish.
Okay, carry on.
We have a jollof rice, very nice.
Okay.
We have a steamed vegetable also. We have a chicken curry and the fish.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's beautiful. I mean, it's all about food and celebration. It's a food and celebration. You can't blame me now.
Yes, the whole idea is
Yes,
even there's a fine dining experience. The company you keep is very important.
Awesome, yeah.
I mean, how you appreciate what you have said is also key, as well as something you can even make at home.
True.
We know many people, if they are watching, fresh vegetables are so key.
Yes.
And then when someone serves you something, show appreciation. Even you who is the presenter of the meal, do make the food nice. Let those who you are serving know what you're serving.
Yes.
All that I think also contributes to a fine
Dining experience. Talking about dining experience and cooking, Susan, our Susu. I mean, she's not stranger to the kitchen, and she's doing it again. Quick cuisine. This time it's ofada rice. Susan, you can't do me longer throat again. I'm already eating. So take it away.
Come along with us as we explore the art of making ofada rice and sauce.
Today we are going to make ofada rice and sauce. And here we have our recipe. We have the miraculous plant, which some people call it the mama leaf. We have our dry fish. Here is goat meat. Here is cow skin. Some people call it pomon. Here is a tomato, pepper, locust beans. These are our palm oil, egg. These are crayfish. This is tatache, onions, salt, seasoning. These are our scent leaf. These are our rice. I've finished washing my hot pepper, tatache, and fresh tomato. Now I'm going to blend it so I can start making my ofada sauce. Now I'm trying to parboil my meat. I'll add a little onions. After washing my rice, I'm going to return it back to the burner to allow it to steam. In the next 10 minutes, I will quickly check my meat. Okay, now I'm going to check my rice. Our rice is ready. I'm going to bring it down and turn off the burner. Our ofada sauce is ready.
Ooh, our ofada rice and sauce is ready. I can't wait to have a feel of this sumptuous meal. Woo.
We can do everybody. Yeah. You can vibe to it, come on. We can do yes. The best you have. Yes, we can do it. We can do this. Oh, everybody watch, let's go. We can do that.
We need our guests to wrap up, please.
Quickly,
Mommy, tell us
yes.
about communication and forgiveness. 1 minute. Daddy, you wrap up our conversation after Mommy has spoken. 40 years,
Yes.
sorry, 4 decades.
Okay, statistics has shown that the high rate of divorce in our society is as a result of 3 issues. Number 1, sex. Number 2, finance. And number 3, extended family interference. I want to believe that where there is forgiveness and patience, there won't be divorce cases in our society. And for somebody to say your spouse has offended you, God said in His word, before you can hold on to unforgiveness, the person must have offended you 70 times 7, which is 490 times in a day. Is it possible? It's not possible. So please, And for us to have intimacy in our relationship, let's obey God's instructions on forgiveness.
Yes.
When there is forgiveness, then we can easily let go and the intimacy becomes real.
Thank you very much. Daddy, your final word?
Communication, if there's no communication between couples, it's a signal of future breakup.
Yeah.
There must be communication between spouse so that the marriage can work. Please, I admonish couples to communicate, share ideas, share your plans, share your vision, share your emotion, and things will keep going on well in your home.
From a group of happy people here on Weekend Deal, Patience, we are your hands. Mommy and Daddy, your hands. As we enjoy Can't Sing, we say God bless Nigeria. I'm telling this person money.